Shedeur Sanders just threw an absolute dime to Isaiah Bond. And coming into this year's NFL draft, what are the two things we heard about Shedeur Sanders? One, he didn't have the elite arm strength, but two, he doesn't know how to get rid of the football and he takes a lot of sacks, right? Well, take a look at this play here. The offensive line is going to be in kind of a slide protection off to the inside. We're going to get man-to-man to the right. We're going to get chip and release with Harold Fannin. We're going to get kind of like this go ball down the field with Isaiah Bond. Now, Tyree Wilson is going to get a free lane up the B gap because of our slide protection to the left. And ultimately, as we get the ball, boom, there is immediate pressure right away. Right away. Okay, so now Shedeur's in a spot where, well, I can't sit in the pocket. I got to go make a play on my feet. So he gets outside the pocket. The one thing I love about Shedeur Sanders is his eyes are always down the field. Yes, he can run the football. Yes, he can make things happen with his legs. But he's a guy that wants to pass the ball first. He is a true quarterback, okay? I don't understand why people still don't know it, still don't claim it, but he is, right? Eyes are down the field. He is looking at how he can affect the secondary, the third level of this defense. As he's getting outside the pocket, he's got Max Crosby and another guy about 2 yards outside of his range. And instead of panicking, instead of forcing a bad ball, what does he do? He throws an absolute laser, a dime, I mean, guys, this was dropped in a bucket. This was dropped. Guys, can we please be real for a second? Shedeur Sanders is a good NFL quarterback, man. And this was so close to being a touchdown. His first touchdown, right, of this game. Dime on the run. Isn't even able to set his feet, and it's still a dime. Talk about arm strength. This thing is dropped in a bucket down the field. Okay, so I don't care what anybody says. Shedeur Sanders is coming. Okay, and the Browns need to figure it out because he is here. We're going to break down a ton of Shedeur Sanders film from this game. I'm going to drop this as an individual video, but no, after the game, there's going to be a lot more Shedeur Sanders film, so stay tuned. Another nasty play here by Shedeur. The offensive line is going to be in one of those full slides. We're trying to play fake the run this way, so everyone's trending, sliding in this direction. We're going to get a chip and release. We're going to get a clear route or a go ball down this right side. I believe Jerry Jeudy's running this crosser deep over the middle of the field. Now watch this play by Shedeur as we kind of bootleg out to the right side. Again, clear route, crosser. This is beautiful because we're able to, one, get outside the pocket because Shedeur can scramble a little bit, because he can make plays happen on with his legs. He's going to look directly, and I cannot wait for the all-22 coaches film here. He's going to lure the defenders down into David Njoku, opening up the third level of the defense. Remember, we've got that clear route, we've got the crosser, and then we've got the shallow kind of flat by Jerry Jeudy. Now, you see 1, 2, 3 guys bid up here on Jerry Jeudy, leaving the extra layer wide open for that's actually Harold Fannin, excuse me. Jerry Jeudy wide open. Now, ultimately, he fumbles the ball because he's trying to make a play, has no idea anyone's behind him. No idea. You see him even stop for a second as if he's going. Unbelievable. Great job by Jeremy Chin. But back to Shedeur Sanders. Great job here faking. Okay, so you got a flat by Njoku, you got the shallow cross, and then you got the deep cross, and then you got the go ball. Great job by Shedeur. That's how it is done right there. That is how you execute it, besides the fumble. Another good dump down here by Shedeur Sanders. It is 3rd and 12, just trying to pick up some yards to potentially give our punter some more space to get this ball off, right? We're going to be in a 5-man scat slide protection. As we drop back in the pocket, we're going to see offensive line slides or scats over to the left. You got man-to-man to this right side. Now, the defense is actually going to run an edge tackle stunt here, where they're going to send Max Crosby to the outside shoulder of the guard. And from there, they're going to swing Tyree Wilson off the edge. We're also going to get chip and release off Harold Fannin as he leaks into the second level of this defense. Now, initially, as we're chipping and releasing, we're sending all the routes kind of vertical, trying to get that soft zone coverage to drop back. Boom. As we leak out, we're just going to loft this up, have Harold Fannin get the ball, and then now we have so much kind of soft coverage from the defense that we have a little bit of separation, right? We did what we needed to do, made the first guy miss, right? Gets up the field, makes the second and third guy miss, and now it's a first down, okay? So we talked about it earlier. Taking what the defense gives you can give you a first down. 3rd and 12, dump it down, 4-yard pickup, ends up being a 15, 16-yard pickup. That's what you love to see. And I thought that was a great dump down by Shedeur. Ends up picking up the first down. You'll take that every day of the week. Now, before we get any further, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. Most importantly, can you hype the video? I mean, this is a new feature on YouTube that helps out tremendously in terms of getting it out to potentially more Shedeur Sanders fans around the world. So if you guys can, if not, it's fine. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed. It is free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be breaking down Shedeur Sanders' film every single game he starts. Will this be enough to help him be the starter next week? I doubt it. You know, they're probably very adamant on keeping Dillon Gabriel as their starter for now, but I think the door is opening where they're like, okay, wait, Shedeur did some really good things in this game. Maybe he deserves another chance. Ultimately, I would be okay with them letting him go back to the bench because this offensive line needs help. And I want Shedeur Sanders, when he does get the chance to be the full-time starter, to have actually good guys around him. And I don't know if they have that right now. So it might even be a good thing that they're keeping Shedeur on the bench. But let me know, do you guys think he deserves to get the full-time start? I think it could benefit him to just come off the bench for a little bit. But let's keep going. Monday Night Football is officially here. We got Packers, we got Eagles. Should be a really good game. At least in my opinion, it's got that potential. Now, I'm having so much fun on the Sleeper app. I can possibly over 1,000x my money every single day on this app, and it has been so much fun so far. And I kind of wanted to share you some of my picks before we do so. Now, you guys can see them, but if you use my promo code DUBS, you see it right here, you are going to get a 100% match deposit up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It is a steal, I would do it just for that. Now, take a look at my picks. I'm going Saquon Barkley, more than 50 rushing yards. A.J. Brown, more than 40 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, at least 1 touchdown. Jordan Love, more than 200 passing yards. And Romeo Doubs, more than 40 receiving yards. It's all lower than you may think, and I think it's safe. 30 to win 63. Not too crazy, not too wild. Let me know what you guys are doing for tonight. Are you going big? Are you staying safe? Let me know, and let's get back to the video. Another interesting play here, a little dump down, ends up being like a 17-yard pickup. Offense is going to be in a full slide off to the right. We're going to be on a block and release, a little bit of pre-snap motion here. We're going to use Harold Fan as a block and then release out into the flats. We're faking this handoff, I believe, in this direction, and we're kind of bootlegging out to this left side of the field. And again, I feel like this is a solid job. I get that he throws the ball behind the line of scrimmage here. Block and release, full slide right, trying to get all these second-level defenders to bite down in this direction as we allow this guy to create leverage down to the quarterback as we leak out and maybe create a one-on-one opportunity with a corner or whatnot. As Shedeur turns around, immediately gets the ball out. I think that's a great job by Shedeur. We also probably could have hit Quinshawn out of the backfield here, but ultimately not a bad play because, listen, we throw it 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but you never know what playmakers can do after the catch. And right here, we get up the field for like a 7-yard pickup. Boom, break a tackle. Now it's a 9. Now it's a 10. Now it's a 17-yard pickup for Harold Fannin there. And you throw it 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Take what the defense gives you, and sometimes it will reward you. We're going to be real. We're going to break down the good, the bad, the ugly, and here's one of the ugly plays from this game. Now, listen, it's okay to make mistakes. You live, you learn, you get better as time goes on, and this is his very first start in the NFL, right? He's had 1 week of practice with the starters in his career. Okay, so mistakes are going to happen. And right here, he kind of gets baited. The edge rusher is going to act like he's in man coverage with this swing route out of the backfield. We're going to be running this quick little hitch to the backside. And essentially, as we drop back, we read this defender again. Looks like he's in man coverage. Looks like he's going to attach to the swing. But we have to understand that because his eyes are on the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, he is kind of reading what you're doing, right? Yes, he's probably matching with the running back, but at the end of the day, he's still reading your eyes. And if you stare down that hitch route, he's going to be able to make a break on that thing. And ultimately, what ends up happening is he prematurely throws the hitch because he thinks the edge, Snowden, is locked in on the running back. And it ends up being an easy interception for the edge rusher, Charles Snowden. Now, again, great play by the edge rusher. As Shedeur, you need to understand that when all of these guys are staring at you, it is zone coverage. You can't be forcing these balls until He's overcommitted to the flat, right? Now, most quarterbacks, what they'll do here is they'll look at the running back, force him down, and then quickly scan throw, right? So I think he just, a little mistake there. He'll fix it. He'll get better early in his NFL career. It's a good play by the defense. But yeah, we got to be honest about those ones. I had to throw in the first touchdown of his NFL career here, just on a quick little screen to Dylan Sampson, the speedy Dylan Sampson. All we're doing is getting him out in space, right? The reason we are throwing this and not changing the play at the line of scrimmage is because look at the matchups we have here. We have 1, 2, 3. Let's just say this guy gets out in space as well. You have a 4-on-2 situation to the outside. They have 2 eye safeties. This guy's playing up in the box. This guy's on the other side of the field. They're overloading the right side for whatever reason. I have no clue. And that's a big time mistake by this defense. Boom. I love how Shedeur initially drops back, looks straight over the middle of the defense, and then turns and fires this ball quick. Allows our guys to get out in space. And then Dylan Sampson do the rest, my friend. And that is exactly what he does. Great blocking. And there goes Dylan Sampson. Nobody gonna catch him. And Shedeur Sanders, first touchdown pass of his career. But many more to come. That's the thing. Now, I am going to end the video here, okay? The reason being is because I want to save the rest of the film for the All-22. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. If this video does well enough, let's say we get over 1K likes, Shedeur Sanders Part 2 video tomorrow, okay? Guaranteed, guaranteed, guaranteed. So, and it will be a full breakdown. All-22, probably every pass. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. What a play. That was done.